Welcome one and all, I'm Decoy, and purely for the fun of it, I decided to attempt to make a Game Boy Advance SP. And I got it as close as I possibly could, while staying within the confines of the default build size and all that crap, which, adds an extra layer of challenge to building anything even remotely cool. There's some things I would like to change on this, but with the size limit, it kind of screws me up. Now, if you want to know how to build this, I'll try to walk you through it as quickly as I can, while giving you all the info you need to slap one of these together. So, starting off, looking at your bay, this is the one I used, mostly because it fits nicely in on the side, it's well hidden. I didn't put any cargo on here, so fair warning on that. As for the cockpit, I really like using these nice flat ones right here because you can hide them. The downside is when you hide them, like I did, I hid it up under the ship, you can't really pilot this in first person. I mean, you could, you're just probably going to run into stuff and kind of suck at it. After that, we move on to the docker, and I am a huge fan of the slim docker because you can flip it, and I don't know. In my opinion, it's the best. Now, as for the engine, I like using the white dwarf because it doesn't take up a whole lot of space, so it's easy to hide in a weird build like this. So I threw a couple of them in the back. The ship looks kind of wonky from the back side, but all the magic is out front. As for your fuel, I use this really tiny one right here because you can actually put it right in front of where I put the cockpit. And I think that was about the only one that would work. As for your landing gear, I just use variations of this. Basically, the side towards us, and then a whole bunch of, the middle sections. Now, your grav drive. So I really tried to find one that gave the look of a D-pad, which is not easy. And eventually, I settled on this one right here. But the downside to this one is you can't paint it, which sucks because I really wanted to paint it all black, give it kind of that D-pad look. As for the main body of the ship, you're looking at variations of the 2-to-1 and the 1-to-1. Specifically the middle section, not the top, not the bottom, just a whole bunch of mids because they're as square as you can possibly get. And, this one doesn't really matter. I kind of just jammed it in the back. So other than that, I think now there's no shield on here, so we're on the structural. And hold on, wait. I'm going the wrong way. I gotta go the other way because we're looking for the nose pieces right here. Not that one, sorry, this one. Because that'll give you one end, the middle section, then the opposite end. So you can throw that down to give the illusion of the hinge. That was about the best I could do with that. And then that just leaves us with buttons. And the easiest way to do some buttons is some of these hard plates. Throw them around. Paint them. And really the whole reason I painted red was just because it stuck out to the blue that I had done. And then if you want an idea what the bottom of this looks like, here you go, where I jammed all this little crap underneath it. Yeah, not a whole lot of space to build once you start throwing in all this little stuff underneath it. But that's where everything's at. I will warn you that, oh my gosh, going from the bay to the cockpit is a nightmare because you have to S your way up and down through the screen. Which is kind of weird. But either way, that's about going to wrap this one up. Don't forget to check out my other Starfield content, and please remember to like, sub, and share. Later.